Hey, how you doing? This will be our second Christmas living full-time in our fifth wheel, and I thought I'd just show you how we decorated for Christmas this year. Technically how my wife Karen decorated for Christmas this year. Last year we did a really small tree and a few decorations here and there. This year we wanted to go a little more all out for our grandsons who live with us part-time in the trailer. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, our fifth wheel is a Grand Design Reflections. It's a 2018 28 BH. It's a bunkhouse model. Anyhow, I thought I'd just show you some of our the decorations my wife did and a few other things. We didn't decorate the outside at all, just because that seemed a little bit hard. So this year we just kind of went crazy on the inside, but let me show you what that looks like. What we've got here, my wife really did a good job, I thought. She has tons of village type, and this is just a small fraction. When we lived in a house, she would have them put up all over for Christmas. But so what we've got some village, and I'm not sure what technically it's called. But we have that just sitting on our dining room table. And then we just bought these stand-up light stands, I guess. And we got 2 of those. And then we got a really narrow, I think it's a 6-foot tree, but it's only 24 inches wide. And that seems to work really well for this space. Normally we have love seat recliners that sit here. If you've seen some of our other videos, you know we've done some redesigning. Originally we had the recliners over here where our dogs are asleep, and but we since our last remodel video, we've moved some things around, and the table's actually only in here for Christmas right now, but we put the recliners here and got a sleeper sofa here that we use for the boys to sleep on. This seems to work really well right now with that skinny tree. I also got some LEDs that I put up that work, and you can program these for any color you want. And that's kind of how those work. We also did some garland that we put around, and also up above our cabinets here, my wife has some more village. So we're pretty well decorated. We could have did a little more, but like putting some more lights or garland up there, but we haven't done that yet. There's some other things on it, just on some shelf little things. So again, I think my wife did a really good job. And then our counter, and something I used to do a lot of that I don't do too much now, but I used to paint rocks. And one of my favorite things to paint were minions. And these, yes, these are actually rocks at one time. They're pretty heavy. So I just find these minion-shaped rocks and paint them. And then we used to hide them, and so kids could find them. These are the ones I've kept. My wife did all the, we made them look more like Santa Claus minions, and I thought she did a good job. She made the hats herself, and so if you're a Minion fan, you might like these. I'll show you some of my favorite ones. Is this one, and you can actually turn it over and it kind of tells a story. It's Agnes and Fluffy, her unicorn. So I kind of painted that all the way around. And let me see, whoa, Gru's another one of my favorites, because there's him as an adult. And on the back side, whoops, it's coming off, is when he was a kid. And he was trying to give somebody he liked on the playground a flower. You gotta be a Minions fan, you'll get it. Otherwise, most of these are taken from characters from the movies. And so anyhow, we decorated them for Christmas, and we are planning on putting them down here in the snow underneath the table. And we're just gonna be dotting them through here. And I think that'll look good. Oh, by the way, if you'll notice, we have a little picket fence going around our tree. That's to keep that little critter and that bigger critter away from the tree and the presents. So it actually ended up looking really nice, I think, because then it looks more like a yard. And it doesn't take up any more space than our love seat did. So let me get some close-ups. Our stockings. And just some of my wife's village. Came across this the other day, I think at Lowe's. This trailer. Really liked a lot. And then we used to have a bloodhound too, a long time ago. So we've got a lot of bloodhound figurines. And I think that might be it. Then years ago, when our kids were little, we lived full-time in like a 28-foot Winnebago, and no slides, nothing. And we had 5 kids, 2 dogs, and a cat. And trying to do holidays in a little tiny thing with little, well, they weren't so little, they went from high school down to grade school. And that was a hard one. Nowadays, we just try to do a little bit more with the little bit of space we have. So anyhow, that's pretty much it. And that's, again, I think my wife did a really good job. Karen did a really good job on decorating this year. The boys seem to like it, and Rebecca. And the idea of the fence is, we got that at Lowe's, by the way. It was actually a perfect length. I think it was about 8 feet, something like that. And it works well, it keeps the dogs out, although they tend to bite on these little lights that are there. They'll bite on those, we gotta keep them off of it. But yeah, that's how we decorated for Christmas. Happy holidays, and if you're thinking about decorating or moving in full-time into an RV, it is possible to decorate for holidays if you're thinking about that. Just got to utilize your space wisely. Happy holidays and take care.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
And a partridge